Guess who's back? Back again. Fox here's back. Tell a friend. That's right, I'm back. And do you know who else is back? Can you take a guess? Miss Divine Femitheist. That's right. She's back. After stating on her blog that it was all lies and she didn't actually mean any of it, and she admitted she was an attention whore. So, I'm guessing that her new views are different? I think I'm wrong. Well, I just looked at her blog. Not her old blog. She took that one down. She has a new one. FemitheistReborn.blogspot.com. And guess what? The blog posts are all the same. Word for word. Exactly the same. There's the fucking castration day. There is handicapped people. Gender-based abortion. The truth about 9/11. Wow. Okay. I'm not even going to touch that one at this moment. Ah, good God. Oh. But here's something new. She has a YouTube channel. And not the old crappy YouTube channel that just linked back to her blog. She has a YouTube channel where she actually shows her face. Let's watch! That's not ominous at all.
Hey everyone, it's Krista. I'm here to talk about misandry. A lot of people use this word, which is hardly recognized by any legitimate dictionary.
Oh God, she's Southern. You can hear the accent. She's from round my parts. Okay. And misandry, hardly recognized by any official... What now? What?
To imply that there is somewhere some form of cultural, institutional, or relational hatred for males. This is entirely untrue. Males all throughout history have been in power, and because they get incredibly frightened when they feel that their power might be slipping, they manipulate language to frame issues differently so as to give themselves leverage. This is what is being done when they use this term misandry. When you're the one in power, as males are, and when you make up the majority that writes all laws, as males do, and when you make up the majority that controls all media, as males do, you cannot be culturally, institutionally, or relationally discriminated against or oppressed. Period.
Oh God. It's even worse in video. Oh, I don't want to go on.
So if this is occurring anywhere in the world, this widespread discrimination against males, which is implied by people who use this term misandry.
Okay, no it's not. You see, let's say racism was completely abolished. There was no more racism in the world. Except for one guy. This one guy, he's racist. Now, is racism does that only apply to the widespread racism? Or if it's just one small pocket, it doesn't exist? I think you can see the flaw in your logic.
Then it's being done entirely by other males, not by women.
Yes, you just... Go on.
So people who use this term are actually unknowingly implying that sometime between males being in power and oppressing women and now, when males are still primarily the ones in power, males have become self-loathing enough to write laws and present media that is self-discriminatory and self-oppressive. course, anyone with the ability to walk upright knows that this makes absolutely no sense.
Yes, one of us is making absolutely no sense right now, and it's not me.
And it makes no sense because it's simply not true. Individual cases of women disliking men merely means that there are women who have a reasonable dislike for something. Misogyny throughout history and even today has been a cultural, institutional, and relational thing. This is not the case for misandry, and that's why misandry does not exist as people are implying it does.
Okay, the only implications that are happening here are in your head. That's it. Just your head. That's it. Do you know why? Because there is maybe a small handful of people who think that there is a widespread misandry problem going on. When you point out people like you, then we have misandry on our hands, is because you have a complete and utter hatred for all things male. You told me, through our previous conversation, through private messaging, your whole little layout, your whole little plan, and there was literally nothing a man could do to please you, other than getting his nuts chopped off, because that's what you thought. That's when you thought paradise would reign, which is the most screwed up, violent, fascist paradise I could think up off the top of my head. It sounds like a bad joke.
Misandry is a vague, useless, hyperbolic term that tries to describe something that's a perversion of reality.
You liking them big words there? Yeah, I could tell you are. Unfortunately, they mean nothing, because you're not making any sort of logical sense.
And even if misandry did actually exist on a cultural, institutional, or relational level as people infer it does,
they don't infer it, but go on.
How would that not be an appropriate response to the things that all women have to fear from males?
How would that not be a reasonable response? Because hatred only gives birth to more hatred, and you get into a violent circle jerk and running around in rings, and nothing good comes of it. Nothing good.
When you compare the two side by side, the greatest thing that males have to fear from women is rejection, while the greatest thing that women have to fear from males is sexual assault, generalized violence, emotional abuse, abandonment, and social domination. All of these things are perpetrated by males against women on a daily basis.
Every single thing you just listed, apart from social dominance, could just as easily happen to a man. It's not like you've never seen a chick slap a dude? You've never heard of domestic violence that doesn't include the man hitting the woman? You've never heard of a woman murdering her husband? There was one case not long ago, well, I say not long ago, probably a few years ago, where the dude wanted a divorce. So the wife cut his dick off and put it in the garbage disposal. Now, that doesn't sound like simple rejection to me. Actually, in that case, your little analogy can get reversed. All the woman had to fear was rejection, and all the man had to fear was everything.
Add that to the disparities in pay, professional opportunities, and political advancement for women in comparison to males, and any reasonable person
She means crazy person.
could conclude that an immense cultural dislike for males would be an appropriate response. But still, that's simply not the case. Misogyny is something that actually exists. It's cultural, institutional, and relational. Misandry does not exist in the way that those who use the word are suggesting.
You keep saying suggesting, but we're not suggesting anything. Misandry does not mean widespread. Misogyny does not mean widespread. It just means a hatred of the opposite sex on either end. Misandry, hatred of men. Misogyny, hatred of women. That's how it goes. That's the dictionary definition of both. It does not mean widespread at all. And as for earlier, when you said, no institution really recognizes it, it's in. It is in. Go read your dictionary. It's in there. The dictionary, I do believe, is the largest compilation of words in at least the English language if you get one from over here. So, well, you might be too stupid to actually pick up and read anything. I'm sure you dictate your blog post to one of your other friends who just learned how to type in that there school. I finally graduated the 3rd grade. Yeah!
There's no cultural, institutional, or relational hatred, discrimination, or oppression for males. And individual cases of dislike for males does not prove that misandry exists.
As we've discussed, yes, it does.
It's as simple as that. And on a final note, I would like to reiterate again that I do not hate males.
Yes, you do.
Or anyone else.
Yeah, you do.
I love all people, and that's why I will continue this campaign. We are here to help everyone. Thanks for watching, stay tuned, and be aware.
I'll remind you, in a previous blog post, she said she wanted to kill all the handicapped people. That's right. Kill all the handicapped people and any women who have been brainwashed by the male-driven society because they were useless to her cause. And let's not forget the little part where she said that all gay people, gay men, are the greatest misogynists because we hate women so much that we put dicks in our butt. That's how much we hate you women. We hate you so much. We don't even enjoy it. We don't. It's just something we do because we hate you. We don't even want to look at you. We don't want you anywhere near us. That's why we do it. Although lesbians, I'm sure that's fine. See, with gays, with gay men, it's inborn hatred. That's wrong. With gay women, it's inborn hatred. That's good, because that's the logic of the divine Femitheist. Foxgear92. Peace out.